Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, people. Hi. It's Friday.
Yay!
This is LABRISH, and this is our show where we talk about our favorite reality TV shows. At the moment, we are talking about Love Island All Stars episode 25.
Mhm.
Yes, we're almost done. Can you believe it? Seriously. Allow me to reintroduce myself. I'm all things sugar and shade Sade. Hey. And I'm here with
I am Nana, aka the Black Fairy.
yes, yes, yes. And guys, we've got a show to do. There was so much happening last night. But before we get into it, guys, make sure you always, as Erin has been asking people to do, and people have been saying that they're doing it. It's
Yeah,
great. We love it. Book that like button, please. Book
yeah.
the like button. Get involved in the conversation. Leave your comments. Do your replay gang. Of course, leave your comments. We love reading them afterwards and responding. Share with like-minded people and subscribe to our channel. Your aunties could never, Nana Evans Com, and Hey, it's Sade Salami. Now, also, I have to say, yeah, you know these details that I'm saying every day are in the description box. They're there, okay? They're there, and they're there every day. So you could just go in there, every single link, just click on it, follow, like,
Yeah,
all the good stuff. Do that, please.
that would be great.
Yeah.
Hello to everybody. Erin, yes, Erin was in here good and early. Like,
Love
we
it.
actually need to pay you. Thank you very much for telling everybody to like as well. But yes, Erin is in the house, aka the Black Widow. We have Sistrin, we have Just Be Real, Georgie B, and Janelle, and Aaliyah Shaw as well. Hey guys.
There's a lot of people in the house today. Got episode 25. There was a lot going on. We had Anton and Georgia H in the Hideaway. We had the couple goals game.
Mm.
wicked,
Mhm.
wicked, wicked, wicked twist in that game. And then we had Joanna breaking down, mate. She ain't made of the strong stuff. But guys, what is your one word to describe the episode? Nana, starting with you. What's your
Ah,
one word,
my
please?
one word is, I guess it's a little phrase, but it's heating up. I was
Mm.
surprised. Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, heating up.
Okay.
What's yours?
Mine is spicy
Yeah,
because in the beginning, and I think it's like you know when you think something is like mild and then the heat just grows, as you were saying, it's literally the same way as you were saying, it just grows and like to the water end. I was just like, I
ah,
love
yeah.
it. We're back, we're back, we're back. It felt
Uh,
very Love Island gamesy.
yeah. They most definitely added that element because
Yeah.
these guys weren't doing stuff like that. And Bissy says whisper. Oh my god, the whispering was a lot.
It
Flip's
was.
sake. Jordan says hypocrisy. Erin says audacity. And Just Be Real says trifling.
Mate.
And Leah says lunatics.
Mate, there was so the first half of the episode I would say was pretty dry, right?
Yeah,
So we pick up with just after Joanna had spoken to Chris goes to speak to Callum, and basically Chris was just like, look, I just want to squash any potential animosity between us. It just doesn't need to happen. I'm good. Do you know what I mean? Callum was saying, like, look, I was even shocked that she pulled me in the first place. I had no
exactly.
idea she was
Yeah,
interested. Do you know what I mean? And I'm actually still with Jess. So, I'm open to getting to know her, but I am still with Jess and I'm enjoying it. So yeah, they just kind of like handled it like men, I think, really. Do you know what I
their
mean?
hug was a tad long. I
Yeah,
was
they were.
like, all right, guys.
But Chris he's an emotional, affectionate type
Yeah,
of guy. Like, do you know what I
yeah,
mean? Like he feels all the feels all the
yeah.
time. Yeah. And then at the same time this is happening, we have Joanna, Arancini, and Georgia H together. And basically, like Joanna's not facing the guys, but the other two are, so they can see what's happening, and they're basically, reporting to her what's happening. And she was telling them like what she said to Chris in the first place. Anyway, Georgia H is lip reading, like, or something, because she can hear
Yeah.
them. And she's just like, yeah, Chris is giving him the go ahead. So you're all in the clear. Anton's sneaking over, but he sounds like a freaking elephant, ruining it, as Georgia H says. And the thing is, you know what? This episode, I can't lie, Georgia H has gone up for me. She
Yeah.
has. She's not completely black girl safe, but she has gone up for me a little bit. She has. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, so then it's just like everything was like so systematic. It was just like there's not a lot going on, because then you had Callum talking to Jess and telling Jess that he just spoke to Joanna and like she fancies me, and like, okay. It was
like,
just
the relaying of a one dead chat over and over again. I was like, okay, so nothing is happening in it. Like literally nothing is taking place in this yard. Like they must all be so bored.
Yeah.
Just hanging about.
It's true. It's like one storyline. That's it. That's what we've got today, guys.
Yeah.
I think they're working with, they must be working on a skeleton staff. Like honestly, it's ridiculous. You know, but Jess was really kind of like, you know what, we've been coupled up with one day. Do you know what I mean? It literally isn't that deep. And she's saying that because I know if a dark-skinned brother comes in there, she's off. She's off ski.
Gone.
Yeah, seriously. Joanna's basically saying whatever happens, she stays true to herself. Then there's a text, and the Hideaway is open, and Georgia H and Anton get chosen straight away. They get chosen straight away. Exactly.
I was so baffled. I was literally like, hang on, why is it not Molly and Tom, who are probably like the most secure? I mean, they didn't look phased like they wanted to go in there, but I was like, of all the people to select, I don't know how these two were the ones that jumped out to you.
But did you see Josh's face? Josh was just like, hold on, what about me?
What about him and Sophie? For real. I actually forgot about them.
Yeah. It was just, and it was wasted anyway, because Georgia's choice of outfit, just tells me everything I need to know about her intentions, about the relationship, what she thinks, where she's going. This has told me everything. She literally says it herself. She says, do I look like a vintage sofa? Girls are like, no, yes, you do. That's exactly what you do.
Yeah.
This was what you had in mind. This is what you've decided. It was ridiculous. Molly said, oh, it's unbelievable. I was just like, more than you know, Molly, because this is ridiculous. Serious.
I didn't get it though, because I was like, hang on. For one, it didn't look like bedwear. I don't know where you're going to wear it to, but it just maybe like that kind of lounge type of era. Yeah. Like you sit down in it in your living room. I was like, why is she going to bed in this? Surely she's going to be boiling. And it's the Hideaway. So I get, obviously, there's the thing with like the revenge porn and everything else. So that may be a factor. That's why nothing that took place in there. But she's gone to bed in normal bedclothes, or like, you know, satin at least. I was just like, this is really strange. And also, Anton didn't change as well. He was just in his standard clothes. Like everything about it was like, why have you selected these two? This doesn't make any sense. It was
didn't
weird.
Make any sense. Yeah. No, to be fair, I think that's absolutely valid. Like she's been through a very traumatic, very public like humiliation. Do you know what I mean? Which was not her fault, like was totally unfair. And you know, the guys, he was prosecuted. Do you know what I mean? That kind of thing. So that is very real. And also like, imagine all the triggers. This is where you met him. This is where, do you know what I mean? That kind of thing, all of that kind of stuff. So I can understand why she's been overly protected. And actually they should have, I don't know, obviously it's up to her, but it would have been nice for that to even been dropped into the storyline for tonight. Do you know what I mean? Like them just having like a heartfelt moment of what, like, do you know what I mean? Because like the traditional things didn't happen. Like it just didn't look, it just looked strange. And then also like she didn't change outfit. There was none of that. Like, so I get it. But like for those that don't watch Love Island or don't know anything else about her, do you know what I mean? Then you wouldn't know. Like, and it does look like a bit of a cop out, you know? One thing though,
unnecessary, because not too much takes place. So it would have made sense if it was Josh and Sophie.
Yeah, 100%.
For the smoothness of nobody's even going to question what's taken place. And she doesn't have to feel awkward. Because it just felt clunky and awkward and like, oh, what is going on? And we already have doubts about them. This didn't help anybody believe in these two as a couple at all.
Yeah, that's the thing, because it does change it slightly actually, because like she is definitely dealing with some trauma. Do you know what I mean? That kind of thing, which is different to like, I am not sure if I like this guy. Like, oh, I'm just trying to stay in the villa. Do you know what I mean? So I'm with this guy. So those are two different things. And yes, it's actually producers. What are you playing at? Come on, man. Yeah. That's not right. That's not right. One thing though, I will not forgive her for, because she sat on that chair and her foot was dirty. Like, why is your feet dirty? This is disgusting.
Because even I was thinking, all right, we're not going to see a shower scene, but surely Anton is going to have a shower at some point. He's coming from the whole day. You didn't even change to go into the hideaway and you're still in those same clothes. Surely we're going to see like some type of cleanliness taking place. But yes, her feet were, I just didn't get it. I was like, no, this is this is all manner of nothing is taking place. And yes, you're all dirty. You were outside all day. Like, this is crazy.
In the hot sun, in the hot South African sun. Anyway, so they have a bit of a conversation, you know, and she's like opening up and she's saying, you know what, it's like she's had a tough time with men in general. Do you know what I mean? That a lot of men that she's been with have made her feel disposable. Do you know what I mean? Make her feel vulnerable, and she hasn't really felt safe. So she really appreciated the gesture that he made in front of everybody to, like, you know, proclaim that he really likes her. She's never had anything like that before. And, you know, Anton, you know, he's patting himself on the back, you know, like, you know, he did say, though, you know, maybe I did too much, you know. I thought, yeah, maybe, but you know, he's happy, she's happy, and all that thing. They cheers, but there's no kiss. And this is the thing. I'm just like, but bro, like, we've seen you guys kiss before. So what's the problem here? Like, what's the problem? Like, unless I don't know.
So it's weird. I don't care. It's just, it's got weirder because also she weren't hanging back like this with Josh. And that's where I am. Like, I get the hideaway may be triggering, but there's still something with her and Anton where now it's like she's really dialed back. Like, on the outside we're gonna do, and on the outside we're gonna, it's like, these are just excuses. You don't want to lips this guy. Even when he comes over, you're a bit annoyed. Like, you really don't like him. The truth, you don't like him, but you're playing the game and you're not even doing it very well. She ain't feeling him at all. Like, that's a given, because she weren't holding back with Josh. She was jumping on top of him. Like, this is
the behavior's not adding up. I'm not gonna lie. It's not adding up. It really isn't. I wanted to.
Says she actually hates him. I think she is repulsed.
Hey, dummy. Maybe she does. But yeah, so we see Callum and Joanna talking again. It just feels like they're talking like, I'm sick of this. You know, Joanna's just basically saying like what she said to Chris again, like, I apologize, he understood. You know, Callum does point out, oh, he must actually like you a lot, you know. Do you know what I mean? It was just
that like how Callum was being felt to me like a guy that is like, okay, I'm flattered that you like me, but I don't really like you. You should stick with who you're with. Like, why are you really being like, I think he really, really likes you, you know? He really likes you. Like, short of them being like, because I think he likes you way more than I like you. So
basically,
you should take the hint. I don't really think Callum is that into her, really.
I don't know. I do think he has the potential to be paid, though. Like, I still think he has that. And I think it depends how much Georgia S annoys him. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I think that will gauge how much he will.
Yeah. To then be like, hang on, so now I'm like lipsing your best friend, and you got to watch it. Like,
what are you gonna do about it, Georgia? so that sort of thing. Everyone starts getting ready for bed. Joanna thanks Arancini for being there. You know, Arancini's just like, of course, like, but of course, because anything to get one over on Chris. Like, that's the only reason you're doing this. Like, you know. We see Chris put up a pillow wall in the bed with Joanna, which was ridiculous.
I thought that was funny. I created a wall. He's a joker.
Seriously. I don't know, man. Maybe they are too young for it. I don't know. But like, how can you not like him? Like, I think he's got issues, but I don't
I feel
know.
like an older. Actually, no, Joanna's not that young though. Actually,
She's 27, I think.
Okay, yeah, I would put him around there. I don't know. I mean, we're not around it all the time, and maybe it is very irritating when you can't get away. But
Yeah.
I still think I think he's an all right. He's an all right geezer. He's all right.
Fair. Georgia H is what did she say? I don't even know what it is. I was noting her full-on PJs. There's nothing sexy. Absolutely no titillation here at all. Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
She was giving 0.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was weird. I don't care. I think it was weird. Even if it was like black or red, and it was like it just looked like you don't touch me and leave me alone. Like, like very, you know, it was like buttoned up, like it was all tight and.
But it was like a V and then a thing on top as well. I was just like, this is tricky. She looked like, you know, them like housewives from the 50s or something, you know, like.
But not in you, because you know there's
like
a way it could be long and covered up, but there's still like a boudoirness to it. This was literally like, no, leave me alone, grand.
Don't get any ideas.
Yeah.
None. Absolutely none. So in the morning, Georgia H is like, she's quite funny. Oh, she did say something before. What did she say? She said, do you guys think that Craig David's in there in the Hideaway before she went in?
I don't care, man. There's no way that she weren't like, oh my God, look how my supposed man is acting over Craig David and his crazy hair. She ain't on him.
She's trying to get used to it, but it's not working. She does say, obviously, yesterday was a dream. They laughed, they had chocolate, they cuddled, and she's a very happy and grateful girl. Chris, who's still sore, basically is just saying that the main thing is that he was annoyed about was that he was in the dark, but he's fine with her decision. She has to do what she wants to do. Joanna's still banging on about how she thinks they're not compatible. But she didn't. This is the thing, yeah. She said it herself. I don't know if we're compatible. Like, do you know what I mean? So, anyway, Jess tells everyone that she kissed Callum. Cal is considering his options. He has Jess, he has Joanna. You know, but he hates letting people down. You know. Then we see Joanna and Arancini have a chat. Basically, she was telling him, like, you know, I'm really surprised that Chris took it so well. Arancini's like, I'm not surprised, actually. Just like, that he took it so well. Snaky intentions there. And the thing is that he couldn't be surprised because what you're saying that you're going to do is what he done to me. And that is just basically her overall intention. She wants to catch him back, basically.
You know, she was waiting to be able to insert herself in their drama. Like, it's like the way she bit that so quick, like, oh yes, now I can talk about myself again. Now I can put myself in there. And it is like, oh, like, get a life.
She won't though.
And I really go. Like, I'm over her brand of hating. It's not even like sophisticated. It's not petty in a way that I like. It's just desperate and sad, and then it makes me feel icky as well. So I don't want to hear it. It's like either be cutting and bitchy like Georgia does it brilliantly, or dust. Like, I don't need desperate.
No, it's true. It's true. Joanna basically wants to talk to Callum today. You know, whispered again about the kiss with her and Callum. With Jess and Callum, and Abacus is trying to convince her to, like, time is of the essence. You need to get in there. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know, she wants what she wants. Joanna does talk to Callum, but they are sitting on different beds. There's no energy there. It was dead conversation. Dead conversation.
Remember when Amber called her a dead ting? And she took offense.
Amber did call her a dead ting.
Yes. I was reminded of that. She's dry, man.
Okay. Yeah. She is dry. She didn't have no rings. And the thing is, like, she wants him to chat to her, and it's like, you're not giving anything. Like, do you know what I mean?
I'm
Like,
not
you're not.
interested.
Like, you
Like,
can't just be a pretty face. Like,
no.
arguably, from his point of view, there's a lot of pretty girls in there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And his actual ex of 3.5 years. So you're competing, like, bro, you need
And
to
you
bring
ain't touching her, to be fair. Like, she ain't touching Molly. So it is a bit like, I mean, nor is Jess, but Jess seems to giggle all the time at his jokes and stuff. So maybe
Jess is doing.
there's something
Like,
there, but she ain't doing anything. Like, I was like, no, this dude would be sitting there like, you know, I could literally just be giggling with this one, and I'm sitting down on this bed looking at you. Like,
yeah, it's dry, isn't it? Boosie says she says she has a big personality, yet all she does is whisper.
say it again. Exactly. And we're not seeing it. This, like, you know, I've got big personality, I'm so fun. I haven't seen this of her. I see her just sitting down chatting with Arabiata.
That's it. Because she's the
So,
only one, and that one has her own agenda anyway.
yeah.
So yeah, that was really just dry. Jess then tells Callum. So Callum then tells Jess that he told Joanna about the kiss. Like, this is long. Like, I don't care. Too much. So dry. Then the last thing we see before the thing is just Georgia H, Anton, and Joanna, where Georgia H is saying, like, where's Callum? Like, basically asking Anton, does he actually fancy Joe? Like, should she try or should she not? Anton's like, yeah, I know that he does. I actually know, but I think he's getting a bit cocky. And I was just like, there's a projection because you are getting cocky.
See, Anton.
Seriously.
Anton is a straight bitch.
Yeah.
Every day. He has no friends. And you know, he'll just be like, no, but I was asked a question, so I just gave an answer. You're a bitch.
Yeah.
You didn't need to add that sauce on there. You could just literally be, I know he said he kind of fancies her and keep it pushing, but you gotta add a little bit of sauce. You're a bitch.
Because you don't have hoes, bro. That's why. Like, you're just hating. Hating. Yeah, Joanna just was whispering some stuff again as well. But then there's a text. And basically announcing the game of couple goals. And this is where there's a phrase that's been reached out and they have to choose which couple most suits the phrase. Yes. And people are getting nervous. Josh is excited. He's like, who's gonna get ready to chat some shit? Anton's like, you for sure. Yes. Sophie's like then a little bit concerned, and she was just like, oh, no one's got anything bad to say about us. And Josh was like, well, they're gonna have a fucking problem if they do. And the thing is, you know what? It's not that I like Josh, but I like that energy. Just like, it speaks to me, it's familiar to me. Like, I like that kind of energy, man. Seriously. And Joanna was scared. Yeah, she was scared.
Yeah. It was at that point that we all knew Joe ain't made of any minerals.
She's not. She really isn't. And I think she repeats it as well to Georgia S when they're getting ready, and Georgia S is just like, oh, I hope there's not going to be any drama. I was just like, you literally are the drama,
like just lying,
like
again.
Seriously. Hey Gilda, how did it work? Then we have the game. Toby and Georgia S are hosting, and no one could have prepared me for how this game was going to go, to be honest. I had no clue it was going to go here. So they started. Oh, I have slides.
Look at this production.
Yeah. Trying. Hopefully I've got it in the right order as well. And it's not super fancy, but bear with me, guys. Okay. This is it. Yay!
There we go. Cool.
So yeah. So the first one that was up was which couple was more into the red carpet than their actual relationship. So Joe and Abacus was Toby and Georgia. Cal and Jess. Basically, Cal and Jess. What did they say again? Sorry, I didn't even write it down. They said the same thing, right? challenges?
Well, it was, I think most of them were going for
Joe and Aaron.
Joe's always on a carpet, which
Yes.
is funny because I hadn't seen him since he left, but he seems to always be at the invite. So that's interesting that he's out and about. And
Yes.
that I didn't really get their reasons for Toby and Georgia. Were they trying to say that they want fame is why they are choosing to be back together?
Yeah, I think that was it. And I think it's production, do you know what I mean, cuts, edits. We're not seeing the full, do you know what I mean, that kind of thing, because it was just like Casey going in like, your ex for a reason, do you know what I mean? Georgia S was like, I was never an ex. And Casey, yeah, again, maybe is Casey London?
I think he is probably more.
I think it's that.
Yeah,
I think it's that, because he was just like, either way.
Yeah.
My point is still my point. Do you know what I mean? And then Toby was a bit more calm about it. He was just like, yeah, to be fair, do you know what I mean? Because we could have made it on the outside. I just like, that's the energy you need to have in this game. It's not that deep. It really
is. That in it. It's like, take it on the chin and keep it moving. I don't know why she always has to have something to say. And it's like you're saying nothing. I could see the questioning, like, why are you putting us for this one? But people weren't going in. So I get it. It may have been in the edit, because you could literally just be like, specifically, you cause drama because you know that you're going to have more airtime. And this is what I'm talking about. It's like they were fluffing around and it was like, what are you guys talking about? Like,
seriously. CJ, sorry, but I was loving Casey in last night's episode. Same.
I was.
Same.
I like that energy from him.
I love it. Hold people accountable.
Yeah.
So next one is Lee sexual chemistry. So Molly and Tom were saying Chris and Joanna, because of no PDA. Casey and Eve were saying Anton and Georgia H, because Georgia H got the ick. Do you know what I mean? Georgia H was just like, listen, like, I'm confident that has absolutely changed. Do you know what I mean? Anton and Georgia H were saying Joe and Chris, because there's no affection, no jokes. Chris and Joanna said Casey and Eve. Toby and Georgia S said Georgia H and Anton, because, you know, we know it's going to happen on the outside, but we're not seeing it in the villa. That was out of order. Yeah, I didn't like that either. Josh and Sophie said Chris and Joanna, because they only really kiss in bed. Chris was just like, well, I think we kiss all the time. We used to kiss all the time, you know, well, at least before yesterday.
Yeah, that made me
laugh. Joe and Abacus said Callum and Jess. And what do you call it? I don't even know what their reason was actually for that. I think it's because they're just a new couple or something like that. And Callum and Jess said Chris and Joanna, because Jess said, that because Joanna wants to explore more options. This came from Jess. Mind you, Jess is with Callum. Joanna is fully triggered. Because Jess said this.
Yes.
She's jealous of Jess because she's with Callum. Honestly, she's fully triggered at this part. This is the start of the triggering. She's just like, where's this kind of come from? But it's like, it's the truth. Like, it does make sense. It wasn't even like some deep, insightful thing. It wasn't a reach. It's the truth. Do you know what I mean? Like, you said it yourself. So and then it was most one-sided. So this is where there was
a lot when you see it visually like that, you know.
Honestly,
that is a lot of people coming at you, actually. So that is 6 couples. So that's 6 times you heard it. But still, if you got to be made of the strong stuff. You can't be barling. I was literally like, you can't sit here and bar.
You can't be. So when Joe and Abacus were saying Chris and Joe, they said it because Chris was showing more affection. Do you know what I mean? Chris then jumps in and is like, you know, Joe's a slow burner. Do you know what I mean? Which people would understand, including you, Abacus, because you're her friend.
Yes.
Okay,
that was fair. That was a valid one though, because how are you picking on your brethren that you've been schooling? Like
Yeah.
I was blatantly like, no, you're out of order.
Properly, right? Properly. Seriously, you can't have friends here. And then again, when Callum and Jess said Chris and Joe, Joanna was just like, sure. Do you know what I mean? And then at that point, like, you know, Callum's like, look, this ain't attack on you guys. Joanna then starts crying, and Chris is like, thanks. Thanks for your positivity. I was just like, it's getting scary. It's getting scary. Seriously. But yeah, and then Anton and Georgia H, they say Chris and Joe as well. And Joe, you know, because Joe is expressing that she likes different, she wants to go for someone else. This is when Joe starts piping up. She's just like, the fact that I'm exploring, do you know what I mean? Something else doesn't mean that we didn't have sexual chemistry. Casey then jumps in and is just like, hold on a second, we're talking about one-sided. You're talking about sexual chemistry. Why didn't you pipe up then? Why didn't you say something? Chris did not like that. He was just like, it's a bit daft in it. Do you know what I mean? We're allowed to have some time to process and thinking about it. Obviously trying to defend her. Joanna's just crying. Casey's looking around like, is everyone seeing this? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, what's going on? He tells Chris to chill out. Do you know what I mean? Like, fucking hell, like, chill out. And Chris basically is just trying to defend Joanna. Anton is also annoyed at this point. It's just like, you're piping up too much. Do you know what I mean? It's starting to piss me off. George H then's just like, Anton, like, looking at him like, what are you doing? Like, that's my friends, basically, because Georgia H actually fancies Chris. Like, seriously.
She has never stopped liking him. Like, that's been a given. She's definitely always liked that dude.
Yeah.
I just don't think he sees her in the same way.
Yeah. But, Daily Dio, yes, you're absolutely right. Those crying in air quotes, because I was struggling with the sympathy. I was struggling with the empathy, because I'm like, actually, what are you crying for? And actually, your plan worked, because that's what you do. This is white women weaponizing tears 101. Do you know what I mean? When you don't like what's being said, do you know what I mean? Well,
she's a bit too dark. You see, all the guys were looking like, we don't care.
No. But like, if you look at the overall, we'll get there anyway. So they're going back and forth, you know, what was it? And at this point, Chris and Joanna hadn't even said who they picked, and they picked Anton and Georgia H. So you're doing big dramatics. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And, you know, Anton's face said it all, you know. Georgia H was just like, look, it's easy to pick us for this. I get it. Do you know what I mean? All right, guys. She said, I'm not going to lie. Anton stepped up. It took us a while, and it may have been one-sided in the beginning, but now it's 100% two-sided. Do you know what I mean? And, you know, he's happy. He's a real man.
that felt like a shot. Like,
it was. Like, shots were fired.
I was like,
Joanna,
where did you come from?
Joanna was just like, I don't know what I've done wrong. But this is what I'm saying again. Weaponizing the shit. Like, what do you mean? Who said you've done anything wrong? You haven't done anything wrong. Why are you phrasing it like that? Do you know what I mean? You didn't even ask. Nah, I didn't like that. You know, Georgia H says, you've done nothing wrong again. Do you know what I mean? You've done nothing wrong, babes. She starts crying again. She hates the game. She's just crying. Do you know what I mean?
No. I just loved Casey's face, just constantly being like, what the hell is this? It's a game, isn't it? just get over it. Somebody really needed to just tell her. But yeah, she is not made of Georgia S's stuff, because it's like Georgia S would have, she's either shouting back, like coming back at people, or she's gonna take it and then make you feel bad that you said anything. It's like, Joanna ain't made of that. She needs to learn a little bit. Like, tears ain't gonna cut it. Nobody gives a hoot.
No, I think she won with that. I do. But moving on to least honest with their feelings. Joe, I think like we're only seeing Josh and Sophie in this because not because they don't like each other, because it's hard for Josh and Sophie to say how they feel. That's the only reason that they're there. Do you know what I mean? Which seems to me like a little bit of a cop out, to be honest.
Like, just to vote for them.
Yeah.
because
exactly.
they weren't getting voted for anything.
No.
And you know, like people start to notice that, like, oh, these guys are getting away with it.
Mm-hmm.
You can tell most definitely Tom and Molly are still king and queen.
Yeah.
Like everybody seems to be like, we love these two. But yeah, and I think that it's probably followed by Josh and Sophie that people really think are strong as well.
Yeah.
But
No,
yeah,
definitely.
this wasn't really deserved, and it's not that bad, isn't it? Not honest with your feelings.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? I can't even remember what's the only kind of drama there was like Georgia, when Joe and Abacus voted for Georgia S and Toby, saying that they both weren't honest with the Abacus was saying you both weren't honest with me about your feelings, and Georgia S is just like, well, I was trying to build a connection. Trying to build a connection, you know. And Toby, you know, she called out Toby like on the day of the recoupling, you could have spoken to me all day. You didn't. Do you know what I mean? Toby's like, no, but Abacus being Abacus is trying to cut him off. He's like, let me speak. You know, he's saying he was confused. He did apologize again, but for Abacus, it's not enough. She was just like, yeah, nice getting an apology 4 days later. To be fair,
though, so did they never talk? Because I was like,
probably
surely
not.
Toby had a.
Wait, no, they did have a chat. They did have a chat after, didn't they? But I don't.
Yeah.
No, he did apologize. He did.
I thought so. I was blatantly
Yeah.
like, no, I swear I saw the dude do like a big, like, he started off with, I'm sorry that I did that to you. Definitely. I was like, he's blatantly apologized about 4 days later. But Toby was being very restrained in this game. He really was. He was like, I think he suspected there could be an eviction at some point. So he was really trying to hold it down.
Yeah. He don't want no enemies.
Yeah.
Basically. Yeah. And he's trying to calm down Georgia because she is dramatic. She
hothead.
does bring the drama. Do you know what I mean? Georgia S also she restrained herself when Callum and Jess were saying Georgia, her and Toby as well. Yeah. You know, but you know, yeah, they took it well. Then we get to least compatible. Least compatible. Off the bat, before anything is written down, Joanna's just like, you might as well write us down.
Big mouth for no reason, you know.
No, but this is strategic. It's strategic. Do you know what I mean? Because people do this insight reverse psychology. Oh, she's saying that she's upset. She's been crying. So I'm not going to write her because that's what she's expecting. Do you know what I mean? And it's not fair. This is what they done. She done it. She did. This is Wimbledon. And Josh was just like, he was saying like, well, that's the truth.
Yes.
Serious. You see Anton, you know, going back and forth with Georgia H, just saying like, look, we can't just choose someone just for the sake of it. He is kind of right. Then we see Maya enter the villa. Oh my God. Like, just like, what's going on? So she's just like, you know, you're enjoying the game and now it's time to get serious, right? And they have to reveal their names. So we have Toby and Georgia S. Have you noticed there was not much talking over now because Maya's in the building? You can't just, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, you also know that you may go. Yeah. Like at this point, Maya's here. Somebody's going home. So
this is it. So yeah, Toby and Georgia S voted for Casey and Eve because they were a convenient couple that they said. Joe and Chris voted for Joe and Abacus. They just said sorry. Anton and Georgia H basically what do you call it? Voted for Chris and Joanna. But you know, Georgia H weren't happy. Do you know what I mean? Like she was like, this one's on you. Anton's like gave her a look. She was just like, wait, did that not happen? Do you know what I mean? Like
you said real.
This is for you. She's like, did that not happen? She could, you know, Georgia H said, first of all, she's like, I stand by my decision. She's like, no, actually, I don't. It's a terrible decision. Had I known what was riding on it, I would absolutely not chosen these people. I thoroughly regret it. And obviously it turns out to be Joe and Chris. She's not happy. No one's happy. Georgia H goes on to say that she thought it was a game. Anton is just like, I stand by my decision.
They should be up. And it's fair. It's not a lie. They literally are the least compatible. She doesn't like him and wants to get on with somebody else. It's like they should have everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Realistically, they should have everybody.
They should have everybody, but no, because she done her campaign beforehand, it swayed the vote. It swayed the vote.
Yes,
You know,
DJ said
Joanna
Anton was standing on business.
oh yes, absolutely. Joanna basically then jumps in and she's just like, look, it is the same situation as you two in particular, because you were together, you took a step back because you had the ick with Anton. Do you know what I mean? Then you get back together again. So I feel like this whole game is just a bunch of excuses at at herself and Chris. It was a great speech and a great campaign. It's just not true.
And too late.
And too late.
Everybody's written down their names now. Right, okay.
Seriously. She's just absolutely pissed. Anton's just like, look, everyone's entitled to their opinion. I'm sorry, but I do take full responsibility, which is, I think, is fair. Yeah. Casey and Eve, they also voted for Chris and Joanna. Chris is so salty. He's like, cool. Do you know what I mean? And Molly and Tom, they voted, they kind of done some excuses, because Molly was first of all like, I can see that you guys talking to Chris and Joanna, you guys really, really get on. Do you know what I mean? So that's why we went for Callum and Jess. What are you talking about? Because they needed more term to progress. And then Callum and Jess, they went with Joe and Abacus because they feel like, they didn't say who, but it has to be Joe. Joe was talking about other people and he chose someone else. And Abacus and Joe, they said that, they thought they were, obviously they're playing the game. They wanted to cut a particular couple some slack. So they wanted to do a nice thing and they went for Casey and Eve instead. Do you know what I mean? And I think that is the sentiment. And my thing is just that people will get mad, yeah? It's not Hunger Games. No one's going to die.
They're just leaving a week before the end. Somebody said earlier on, I was going to jump in. When Anton scooted away from Georgia H, after they finished, it's like he adjusted himself, but also moved away from her as well after she hesitated, blamed him in effect. So that may we may see something take place between those two in the next episode, because I think he'll bring it up. I don't see Anton like sleeping on that one. I think he'll say like, you took the piss with that. We should have like just put a united front, even if you disagreed, and that is fair because she did throw him under the bus.
Absolutely. Like, I think that is, he would be absolutely within his right, because even if that's how we got there, do you know what I mean? You don't even have to say anything like that. Do you know what I mean? Like, you really don't, because there were moments when you could tell that the couples had different opinions about the decision, but they kind of they kind of were more tactful in their delivery. Do you know what I mean? And she just didn't have that. They are not compatible.
Erin said threw him under the bus and ran him over. She did. She threw him under the bus, came back like, no, I stand by it, and then changed her mind again. For real, she actually did do that.
Yeah, seriously. So we have Joanna and Chris, Eve and Casey, Jess and Callum, Abacus and Joe, all up, who all are vulnerable at the moment. And basically, Maya was just like, decisions have consequences. These couples are vulnerable, but are they in the right couples? Are they? Because what's going to happen now is that the rest of the islanders are going to pick one boy and one girl to be dumped immediately.
I was like, it's good. But I don't know. I feel like one of the twins is going to go.
You think?
It's easy to do those two because they're the newest. Yeah, I feel like they're gonna cop out. Like, I feel like they're just gonna do like Eve or something. Like, one of the twins is gonna go, and probably Joe, which is a bit shit.
Joe.
Yeah, I feel like they're gonna
maybe. Maybe. I want it to be Joanna and Chris, unfortunately. Like Joanna and Chris, based on this game, should go. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, and for this category, they are the least compatible. They just are. Out of everybody that's there.
I mean, I don't mind Joanna going. I don't want Chris to go. So I'm really glad that they don't have to pick a couple.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Probability is Joanna and Chris would be going if they had to pick a couple. Maybe Arabetta and Joe, actually, you know. You never
they
know.
might go. It will be a shame because actually that will probably be, it's true actually. It's going to be Abacus and Joe.
I think
yeah.
But because they can separate it out, that's why I think one of the twins and Joe is probably going to go. If they had to pick a couple,
Casey will fight for Eve and he will have Tom's back in. Yeah, so that's 2 votes.
Well, no, because they're all vulnerable. So the pickers are.
Oh, sorry. No, okay, yeah, but Tom will fight for Eve for Casey.
Okay.
Tom's not up. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So it's Tom and Molly. Who's the other couple? Oh, Georgia and Toby.
Georgia and Toby. Is that it?
Josh and Sophie.
Yes. Okay.
So those 6 people.
Yeah. So okay. Sophie's not going to want the twins to go.
True.
She's not gonna have that. And what you think Georgia SA gonna vote for? Abacus is going, mate.
Abacus gone. You know what? It's for real. It's Joe and Abacus. Yeah. Because none of those girls, are backing it for her. Actually, Molly could, but then it's 2 against 1 because I don't think Sophie really likes Abacus.
Wait. Also, we have Anton and Thingy also in the mix as well.
Anton and Georgia H. Okay. Yeah. Oh, Georgia H is Abacus's brethren. That's going to be interesting. What are people saying? Yeah, Chris doesn't deserve to go at all, Aaron says. Jada says, I think it's going to be Joe and Joanna. Ooh, interesting. That's right. Casey Friendzone Kaz for Joanna. Let's be real. Arabella or Joanna can go, and Chris. Okay.
I think the twins are saying, you know.
So you think out of the guys, we're probably certified it's Joe that's going home?
Joe or Chris? I think it's Joe though.
Yeah, because I can't see Toby being like, Toby's going to fight tooth and nail for Chris.
Oh yeah, for Chris. Yeah. But Anton don't like Chris. Who else is there? And the boys?
Josh.
Wait, it's not even the boys. Is it the boys that are going to choose the boy? It'll be the girls that choose the boy usually.
She didn't separate them out. She said you guys are going to choose, but maybe it could be that.
Yeah. If the girls are choosing, so what are the girls again?
Sophie, Molly,
and Georgia H. And Georgia S.
And
Molly. They will. So Georgia H is not gonna let Chris go. There's no way.
Yeah.
She's not gonna let that happen.
I think Chris is safe. Callum is safe. Chris is safe. Joe's
gonna go.
I think Joe's going out of the guys. Yeah. Michelle said the same. I think Joe is going. I think Joe is a certified guy to go because the others are just a bit more popular. Actually. Yeah,
they've been there longer.
Yeah.
Tom's not like Molly will fight for Tom. She will fight for Tom's interests.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Josh will fight for Chris. I think so. I think Josh and Chris are quite tight. So I think
so Sophie will fight for Thingy's interest as well. I think,
So you think really it's Abacus and Joe?
Yeah. Wait, the boys. So the boys that are there. Sorry, remind me again. So Tom,
Anton,
Josh.
Toby, and Josh.
Toby.
Guys, has first
and the girls.
Usually around this time. Has anybody noticed it?
Joanna. Toby doesn't have any love with Abacus. Josh. It's just easy. It's easy for Abacus to go.
It is.
Is the
It
easier
is. It's
decision.
an easier one for
Mhm.
Abacus and Joe to go. And when she was sitting there saying, "I'm going home," I think she is. I think it's those two.
Yeah.
If she gets lucky, Eve will go. But I don't know. I don't know.
Tom's not gonna let that. Tom won't let that happen. That's Casey's girl.
Yeah, but
Jess will go. Jess will go before Eve, if that's the case.
to free up Callum.
Yeah.
Mm.
Then if Joanna's saved, then Callum's got another option. Do you know what I mean? But I think it's Abacus. I think Abacus is going. Abacus and
It's
then
Abacus and Joe, you know, because you could actually even be like, well, those two aren't exploring anything with anybody else, and everybody else kind of does have a potential at something.
Yeah.
So we may as well just get rid of those two.
The producers messed up Joe because they made him go with her, and now he's going to leave with her.
Yeah. I mean, we knew that they were going to do something to Abacus, innit?
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. Let me look for first look and see if it's out.
He's going home.
Dum-dum-dum-dum.
Georgie B says Callum will be single and then get back with Molly. I know we're all hoping for this end, but I don't know
I
if
don't
they're
think
going
it
to
is. He just keeps on saying too many times, like he said it again last night. He said, like, you know, something about things not working on the outside. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If it hasn't worked there, why would you do it in here? He said it's something like that anyway.
I know, I feel what you're saying. I want them to get back together again. I wouldn't mind that.
It would be nice.
I don't think it's gonna happen though.
No, Renee. Seriously. Okay, setting this up the first look.
Yeah, we're gonna do first look now, guys. In the meantime,
came out 1 minute ago. So it's
please
fresh.
like this, share it as well. We're gonna do first look together.
Yeah, let's do it now.
Let's see what we're at.
Okay, 1 minute 34. That's annoying.
What do you think that is then?
Pixelate.
People who've not been in here as long haven't had the chance to pursue something.
I think we should really take her off the table. I think he's made the decision.
Oh, they have to
based off not ruffling a few feathers.
What is he gonna do it together?
Wait, they have to do it together.
I don't want to say us against everyone.
This is one.
Wants to send anyone home.
I didn't say anyone else did. I just said my opinion. Is that not
all these two are crumbling?
Accusation. It was opinion.
Oh, this is ridiculous. We've literally gone round and round in circles.
We have to do a vote. We have to do a vote. That's it.
Islanders, have you made your decision?
Say it.
I found yesterday really frustrating because I felt that we were fighting a losing battle.
Literally.
And then obviously like me and Anton were slightly butting heads, and I don't think that he really gave space for me to say what I was feeling or even understand what I was trying to say in that moment.
How do you feel about Anton today then?
I don't feel like we was working together as a team. I feel like we was working together as individuals.
Perfect excuse.
You've been wanting to win him for ages.
Oh,
tattoo on the hand.
Who's that?
You had a kid like that. We need one of. Where's Sonia Barley? She would have been able to spot him.
Who's that? Gregory.
Gregory.
I don't know who
Gregory. Because that was a very distinct head.
Big guy. You know Connor? No,
it's not Zach. He's still
it's
with
not
Molly.
Zach. He's too big.
Not Adam Collard again, please. No.
Oh God. You know, do you remember that Scottish guy? Was he Scottish? He like one of the black girls from Casa, I think. Oh, I don't even know what season, bro.
A Scottish guy that liked a black girl.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, big. He looked like a rugby player. I'm pretty sure.
Aaliyah was saying Greg that picked Amber.
No, but he wasn't he shorter?
I swear he was a short guy. This guy looks like a man mountain. Like he was very tall. But
Lamba bushes are now racist when I see one. What?
I feel you. He fits the stereotype.
Guys, let's jump into conclusions. It's Scott. No, it can't be Scott. He looks too
Scott's
big.
head ain't like that.
I cannot.
And unless Scott has been pumping, he ain't that big.
You change his whole body.
I don't know who. Is there two Gregs? Is there a Gregory and a Greg?
I don't know. You need to be stopped. Oh, actually, oh no, would it be in the
Connor?
Connor was the one that Sophie was with. I hope it's not, because he was a racist.
Yeah.
Well, allegedly.
I don't remember him being that hench, but I can't remember.
He
all I remember was his teeth and stuff. That's
Terry. Who's Terry? It might be that guy, but I don't even know how to even. Who was? Oh,
okay. Gregory and Greg are the same person. I don't know who Terry is. Michael, season 5. Mike, not Amber's Michael. He's short and he's
black.
Yeah, this one does. I think this guy was definitely a white dude.
Yeah, but like this guy, he had like, oh God,
a Scottish guy.
I'm pretty sure he was Scottish, yeah, and he had the black girl that he was with. Oh, Jay, maybe, because he was a big guy. Maybe it was Jay.
You know what? It could be Jay. Because Jay was a big guy.
Is that who I'm talking about? Yes, yeah. That's who I think you're thinking of. Jay. But his hair's different though.
Life of Bodge says he didn't have tats.
No, yeah.
And now saying somebody called Terry.
Terry. This is who I thought it might be.
Erin J also says it. Terry is from season 2.
Can you see that? Not this guy.
Oh no, I don't think it's this guy. No. Yeah, I remember him now. Nah, because this guy's head was very pinny. Although this
let me try Terry.
Let's see Terry. Right, so at the moment we're whittling it down to Jay.
This guy. Terry. But the guy looks bigger than him.
Can we see Terry's hand? Because that was such a distinct tattoo.
Maybe. Can you see that?
Oh, it could be. Shaving off his head a bit. He does have a bit of a toothbrush head.
I want to see the back of the head though, because he looked like a pullback bullet head. Like it's just, it's just sweet, man. Maybe do I remember this guy? I've watched season 2. I have.
Jay was the one black woman tried to claim all his brothers. Say he dabbled in a bit of colour.
Yeah. I remember Jay. Because he was big. Like this guy's kind of hench. Like he looks like he's got a good back.
I'm feeling it's a potential to be this one. And he does have a tattoo that is going to his hand.
Yeah. It might be. Zoom in. I just don't even know how to. Woman in tech. No, it's not working. That's where my
they won't hire you in MI6.
He said that.
Life of God. Kerry Ann says it's Adam Maxed, just seen on Twitter. Somewhere from season 2.
Okay, let's see.
Okay, let's see if we.
I used to have ruffians in there, mate.
Okay, yeah, Aaliyah's just said the same thing. Search for Adam from season 2.
Adam, let me see. Adam, let's see your.
Okay. All right, let's see.
I don't know. That maybe. Sorry, let me.
That last guy that we just saw, was that Jay?
Jay? No, that wasn't Jay. That was.
What? He's the one that had sex with that teenage girl live on camera in season 2. Tattoo is on the left hand. See, I weren't watching from then. I know the early seasons.
No, I've watched season 2. I have watched season 2 because that was where the couple that got this guy. Oh, look, he has got tats.
No, that's Adam Colliard.
Oh, sorry.
So they're saying Adam Maxed.
Adam Maxed.
Or was that a typo? Oh, yes,
it's him.
Look, we
It's
can see
him.
the toothbrush head for real.
Yeah, it's him. You can see it already.
Oh, good grief! He looks like a
Yeah,
rocker. Yeah, and it's
yeah,
going down on one hand. Okay,
yeah.
this one.
You can see the head shape.
Okay, so Aaron Maxted.
Aaron?
I'm sorry, Adam Maxted.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay.
So folks are saying Adam did stuff. Yeah, the peanut head is matching, definitely.
Yeah. Can you see it?
Yeah.
And he's got thingies. So he done what now?
Yeah, fill us in. I didn't watch season 2. What was this dude up to?
I did watch season 2 though. Did I? No, I started from season 3. I don't think I've seen this.
Okay, so
Where's my
Aaliyah says he looks like he would be cool with Josh. He kind of
Yes.
looks like they may have done the things together.
Yeah.
So what did he do with a minor? Like, this is crazy.
No, not with a really. Let me just do a general search. Oh my god, that's horrible. That's disgusting. If they do, why are they playing with fire? Why would they do that?
Imagine this is the bombshell that's coming in. Yeah, Kaz needed to go home weeks ago. She'd be getting nothing.
Yeah.
0.
He is not it.
Adam Maxted. Okay.
I don't really want to be searching minors on my computer.
Oh, okay. No, Debbie was talking about Terry, not Adam.
Oh, okay. Got you.
And Brew 53 says, I watched season 2, but I forgot his storyline. So then he ain't even an all-star, is he?
None. Who?
I know, who is? For real. For real. Who is an all-star in there?
Let me see.
Okay,
Let me see.
so I'm looking at him. His profile, he is a deep thinker. He's an Irish professional wrestler. He is currently on 153K. So let's see what he ends up with. Yeah, it's defo him. He has 0 women in any picture, so I can't even say what his type is. It's all him and his body.
That's it. Wait, hold on a second. If I do Love Island season 2, this is what with that girl Olivia, the one that I can't remember her surname.
Aaliyah Shaw says he looks like a troublemaker. Sophie will like him.
No, I have seen this season. Yes, this is like my all-time. This is how I got into Love Island, actually.
Oh, yeah?
I don't remember him. Yeah, because this is the couple. They met on day 1. They were paired up. They stepped forward for each. She stepped forward for him day 1, and they're married, 2 kids. Do you know what I mean? Like they were together the whole way through. Did they win? I think they won.
Okay. I see what you're saying about Sophie may like this dude, you know.
Yeah, she probably will. But he would have to do a lot to get Sophie's. Yeah, no, Cara and Nathan, they were the winners. I love them, man. Seriously, they were so sweet.
Oh, okay. Erin says Adam was blah on season 2. Dead chat.
Mate.
Okay, so he ain't gonna add too much to it. He actually looks like Georgia. I feel like Georgia H is gonna like him as well.
Yes. Does anyone know if they have history or if, you know what I mean? Because
if when he comes in, he's like, I did have history with Arabella. Can we give her the certified crown then? MO says Sophie has terrible taste in men. She does. She's gonna like him, innit?
And Georgia H, yeah. And now she has the perfect excuse to get away from Anton.
Yeah.
Anton's done that big grand gesture for no frigging reason. And the thing is, he's done it too fast. You don't even know her. Katie Salmon.
He was with Katie Salmon. Looking up Katie, see what she looks like. Does he like a blonde? He looks like he could be potentially that guy.
This was back in it. This was when Love Island was on Netflix.
Okay, so she's a brunette.
Yeah.
Katie. Oh, she's got a bit of work done by now.
What happened to her? Oh no, she was allegedly involved in a fight after a row reportedly got heated. She was taken to A&E before reportedly questioned by the police about the fight.
Oh wow.
What kind of
Katie has a look of Joanna a bit.
I kind of see what you mean.
See it like that kind of. He has light eyes. Joanna will like him if she's there. Yeah, I can see. I think Joanna's going to be in this as well. You know,
if she. So we agree. We're agreeing, yeah, that we think Joe and Arabella, they're the ones that are going to go.
Yeah. That's who we're going for. We will find out. Oh, and they got 4th place in that season. Okay, all right. So,
jeez, I don't even remember. I just remember that
Joanna vibe about her. I mean, in a way, Sophie could be in it too. Like she could be in the running.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But Sophie, no, I don't think Sophie's. She's closed off, isn't she?
Actually, they did say they were. They did. Yeah. They did say they were. Okay. Yeah, we said it would be about an hour today.
Yes, guys, thank you for joining us. We will be back again tomorrow at 12 to review tonight's episode. Next week, we do have a few guests that are going to join us, so make sure you're involved. Obviously, we're coming up to the end quite soon. Also, we're gonna do Love is Blind as well, because that's coming back on the 14th.
Yes.
Yeah, so we'll figure out when we'll talk about it, or whether it's going to be like,
because that usually comes out in clusters, isn't it? So maybe we could do it
on a Friday or Saturday.
Yeah, we'd go back to our standard LABRISH time, so it'd be like Friday evening. And
evening? Was it evening?
Was it evening or was it in daytime? I can't even remember now. Was it daytime? Okay.
Friday evening.
It will be, obviously, because it's not daily, so we will tell you when we're going to come back and do Love is Blind. But
also, does anyone know, because I can't seem to find it, Real Housewives of Lagos, like they're supposed to be doing their reunion. It was supposed to be February, so we're in February now. Like, what date is it? I want to know, please, if anyone knows that. And then also, guys, watch our episode this week. We had Kevin Morosky as a guest. He has a book out called Black Women Always. You can pre-order it now. It was a really, really great episode. Absolutely loved it. Dropping gems left, right, and center. So make sure you check that out. And yeah, as I said, our links are in the description box. So subscribe to all of our channels, please. Your Aunties Can Never, Nana Evans.com, and Hey, it's Sade Salami. Replay gang, leave your comments. We love you guys. Thank you so much, and see you tomorrow.
Bye.
See ya. Bye. Bye.